Ready. Play.
Well. I have just joined as Alex Eala seals a 6-2, 6-2 win over the Dutch woman Hartono. Good to see some people in the chat, by the way, rooting for an Alex win, says Pia. Well, you've got the Alex win. She's into the round of 16 at the Guadalajara 125 Open in Mexico. Interesting decision, of course, for Eala to take that on board, having played 2 matches in New York. She felt she had plenty of energy in the tank and decided to drop down to the 125 level. Let's have a look at the stats from this Eala Hartono clash before we look at some other bigger picture stuff. Here we go. Going to share them with you now on the screen. So obviously it was a 2 sets win for Alex. 6-2, 6-2 in just over an hour and 7 minutes. Alex did not hit an ace, by the way, in the entire encounter. She had to receive 2 aces coming her way. I'm going to share these with you as well on the screen. Random questions will be answered shortly. Do get in the comment section below, by the way, what you think about this match between Eala and Hartono, and also bigger picture stuff in terms of her tournament ahead. We'll look at her next round match, but also maybe even just the rest of the year. I expect her to hit the ground running for the Asian swing. I think she's also due to play Sao Paulo, which is a 250 tournament coming up in the wake of the US Open. And as I said, 2 aces from Hartono, but 6 double faults apiece. Eala, though, just being much ruthless on the breakpoint opportunities because they had a similar amount. Hartono had 9 breakpoint opportunities and Eala had 10, but a huge difference was Hartono was able to take just 2 of her opportunities compared to the 6 from Alex. Highlighted the service situation as well. Alex, by the way, first serve percentage in is 54.5%. I remember it being much higher during the grass court season. So with a serve as underpowered as Alex is, I think she'll be keen to get that north of 60%. But good news today was that Hartono was only able to get 40% of her first serves in. Alex, by the way, winning 66.7% of her first serves. She wasn't impregnable today, as we saw in that first set where she was broken. But I think that's just par for the course at the moment. Second serve points, 152%, but that may well tell you more about Hartono's ability to return than some upping of speed and precision from Eala. And there's the break points faced and saved. And we'll have a look at the total points won from each player, which was 62 for Alex and 41 for Hartono in a pretty dominant affair, I would argue. Let's have a quick look at maybe the Twitter sphere. Maybe some people have been reacting on social media. Maybe even Jose Morgado is just going dominant win for the excellent Eala. Let's have a quick look. Sorry, Jose, just teasing. We've got a Bamos Alex, number 2 wild card that Alex was in this tournament. She does advance to the round of 16 in Guadalajara, beating the world number 187. Hartono, of course, she did she's not been inside the top 100, Hartono, so you would expect Alex to win this match, albeit it was very good to get it done so comfortably. Any other Twitter responses? I think that's a Filipino account, or at least a Filipino. Maybe a Filipino media account, I believe. I'll share this with you on the screen right now. Let's see if we can do that for you. Thus, yes, 66% aren't bad numbers, but maybe it says more about Hartono than anything else. I will address some of your random questions shortly. I do promise you that. But just let's have a quick look to see what else have we got going on in terms of Eala reactions in the Twitter sphere. Do hit that like button, by the way. And of course, if you haven't already done so, please hit subscribe. We will, of course, be bringing you Novak Djokovic against Taylor Fritz on the channel very, very soon. An elated Eala looking there. I'm not sure if that is from today in Mexico, but anyway. And this also is in Filipino, I believe, or one of the languages of the Philippines. I do hope there's nothing offensive being said here because I have no clue. But it does say a smashing start. At least I can decipher that because, of course, that is written in English. Let's have a quick look at the draw for the Guadalajara Open and see who else Alex could be playing. That may even be decided already. I will have a quick look at the overview of this tournament and also what potential dangers for Alex lie ahead. We can also share this with you on the screen. Here we go. Rakhmonova, by the way, the number 1 seed. One of the reasons why this match started a little bit earlier than anticipated was that Rakhmonova went out in straight sets, the number 1 seed. It was a tough first round. I think Jimenez Kazantseva, didn't she get a win or two in New York? I certainly remember her pushing someone early doors in New York. But anyway, let's have a look at the Eala part of the draw. Got Fran Jones as well in the draw. Pana Udvardi. Of course, Pana Udvardi and Alex Eala played each other in Huerash earlier on this year. Udvardi winning on that occasion, albeit she did need the 2 sets. But that, interesting. Inglis losing earlier to Lepchenko. That is going to be Alex's next opponent in Guadalajara. Guadalajara is somewhere I've actually been. It's about 7 hours by car north of Mexico City. And I think Guadalajara will almost certainly be hosting some matches at the Soccer World Cup next year. Let's have a quick look at Lepchenko. Alex Eala's upcoming opponent in Mexico. She is an Uzbekistani-born American player. She's of Ukrainian descent and played for Uzbekistan before relocating to the United States. So many players, of course, have taken various paths to the US. Probably most famously, of course, was the Czechoslovakian, as it was then, Martina Navratilova, ultimately representing the US. But yeah, a few more things in terms of Lepchenko. She's won a singles title on the WTA Challenger Tour and 13 singles titles and 1 doubles title on the ITF circuit. It's a really good win for her, by the way, over Inglis. But yeah, what's her career high? Oh my goodness me, she's 39 years old. So old enough to be Alex's mother. She comes in at 1 meter and 80 centimeters. That's 5'11" to you and I. She's a left-hander, so it's 2 lefties coming up against each other. Peter Lepchenko is her coach, and I'm guessing father. And yeah, she has made the 3rd round in Australia, by the way, but that is almost a decade ago in 2015 and 2016, and also the 4th round in Australia in 2015. Her career high, 19 in the world in 2012, and she has a current ranking of 119, so quite far down the rankings, but she has some pedigree. But at 39 years old, well, how about that? Good. Have a quick look here as well from Jake. She was a good junior. This is regarding Jimenez Kazantseva, lefty, aggressive player, but service average, and she's a bit of a head case. That's regarding Jimenez Kazantseva. Well, that is someone who, of course, Eala might be facing much later on in the competition. I think they're in separate halves of the draw as well. But yeah, regarding Lepchenko, it's a good matchup, Jake suggests. Well, we will see. I certainly think age is going to be a good factor in Eala's favor, but Lepchenko does have pedigree in terms of the fact that she's been a top 20 player in the past, and maybe she can even get some tips on how to reach the top 20, because I think that has to be a goal for Alex. And I think we've spoken about this before in terms of the limitations of Alex's game and the potential that she has. Jake may well disagree with me in the chat, but I think top 20 is a reasonable goal for Alex at some point in the next year or two. The problem is the clay court season is going to undermine her. She's also getting some rough draws. I mean, I think Tauson in the first round. I think Vondrousova in the first round. Vondrousova, by the way, some breaking news regarding her today. She's withdrawn from the US Open in that match that she was due to play with Aryna Sabalenka. Yeah, but she's not far away right now. Alex Eala's live ranking, I say not far. It's not going to happen in the next 6 months, I don't think. But her live ranking, by the way, or her current ranking, I should say, is 75. But I'm wondering if that is including the points that she will have earned at the US Open. I'm just going to check. I don't think it is. She's up to 70 in the world. That is even including her win today, by the way, which I think may well have earned her 5 or maybe even 40 WTA points. Probably 5, I would have thought. But anyway, she's through to the round of 16 in Guadalajara. And do let me know in the comments section what you think of that. Okay, Jake, we've got some questions here as well. I think she can make top 10, but only granted if she improves the obvious. But it's possibly a long-term thing. Yeah, that's possible. I think she can get it. Listen, I think right now, secure yourself nicely in the top 50 and maybe even pick up a title. And why not a 125 title this week in Guadalajara? And who knows, maybe even a 250 at some point next year. Get yourself safely inside that top 50. And who knows, maybe even a seeding for Australia, I think, as in top 32 in the world, might be a little bit ambitious. But let's say being seeded for the US Open next year, have a good North American swing, a better North American swing than she had this year when she was undermined by injury post-Canada, but also draw in Canada. But of course, if she's getting in and amongst the seeds in terms of her ranking, that will help. Anyway, a win today, much needed for Alex, so congratulations. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.